So Nicki Minaj issued an overnight apology to Culture. Culture is Cardi B's daughter, if you don't know, her firstborn. Well, anyway, their culture, truth is, I did all of this for a bigger purpose. And only Nicki Minaj know what that purpose is. And one day you'll understand. You're a cute child. A lot of kids have cute little funny looking gums before they grow into all of their features. Oh my God, she's apologizing, but still, have a jab to stick in there. One day you'll see this. So I have to say, I apologize. Oh, that's so sweet. I mean, you did not do it in the first place, but whatever. As a child of God and queen of my community who look to me for integrity. So, one thing I'm going to say, you're a child of God. If you're a child of God, we know as a child of God, God fights our battles, right? So, kind of going after a kid, how is that you are relying on God to fight your battles? But sometimes some of us children, we want to do our own thing. Like Miss Nikki, she has a purpose that she has. God, you got your purpose. You got to fight for me. You got your thing you got to do for. But I got to do this over here. That's Nicki Minaj. You're an innocent child and don't deserve any of this. And that is very true. So glad you recognize that. One day, your mother, aunt, and many more will be brought to their knees for what they have said and tried to do to my young prophet slash beautiful boy. So I believe she's talking. Of course, she's talking about her son. Take care, my darling. This isn't who I am. I really hope so. I really, really do hope so. So one of the debate that's surrounding this beef between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B is people saying who started it first. And of course, there are people say Cardi B, and some people say Nicki Minaj, but a lot of people mainly leaning towards Nicki Minaj because why? She always bullying people. She always doing stuff like that. Of course, she started. She had to start it. But this is the thing: Cardi B is someone that throws rocks and hide her hands. That's who she is. That's the type of person she is. A lot of times you might see she say something, do something on live, tweet something, put something out there. She is actually throwing shots at certain people, as at a certain person. And most of the time is Nicki Minaj and other people that she has beef with. She's not all that innocent because there's a lot of conversations being had on the internet that she was been talking about Nicki Minaj's son. She was been throwing shots, underhanded shots and stuff like that. The only difference is Nicki Minaj is not gonna hide her hand, not gonna throw rocks and hide her hand. Nicki Minaj is not the person like that. She's gonna say it in your face. She's gonna show it publicly. And with Nicki Minaj, okay, that's fine. She can do that because she's wealthy. She doesn't depend on a job. But we have worked, well, not me. I have seen people and I've worked with people like this, that do underhanded stuff and then they play victim. And then when you give into their reaction, you end up looking like the villain and they end up looking like the victim. There are people like this in jobs, in your family, in your neighborhood that do underhand. They're passive aggressive. They are nasty and nice. And then they try to get a reaction out of you so they could always look like the innocent one. And that's who Cardi B is. And of course, a lot of people are going to say, oh, no, that's not true. Look at Nicki Minaj. No, Nicki Minaj started because how it went about. How she tweeting this out. But Cardi B is not innocent. She's not innocent at all. I'm sure they probably going to drop receipts and stuff like that. But knowing the type of person Cardi B is, she acts like she's about that life. Even with that screaming thing that she had with that phone conversation. If you was about that life, you don't waste your energy screaming, Dad, I gotta link up, link up, link up. No, you save your energy. That's for fighters. I'm not a fighter. But I know fighters, they don't waste their energy screaming, saying, oh, this is what I'm gonna do. No, they save their energy to fight whoever they need to fight. And I don't believe it's far fetched that Cardi B was been dissing or saying stuff about Nicki Minaj's son, especially with this thing nonverbal that she put out there. Oh, your son is. Oh, people been saying your son is not verbal. Why are you in a conversation with you having kids? You having kids. Why are you in a conversation about another child being nonverbal? It doesn't even make any sense. Doesn't even, but she put that out there. Or people have been saying your son was nonverbal, really. So that's the person Cardi B is. And of course, people are gonna always take up Cardi B's side because she do stuff underhanded, so it doesn't seem on the surface level that she is the one that's being a bully. But she has bullyish tendencies. She does stuff like that. Nicki not gonna do. The thing is, Nicki not gonna do on those underhanded stuff. What's she gonna tell you? She's gonna tell you to your face. She don't do no underhanded stuff. That's why she always end up looking like the villain. Always end up looking like the bully. Because people keep on coming after her. And that is the truth. But of course, a lot of people not gonna accept that because they don't like Nicki and like, they like Cardi B. That's very funny. At the end of the day, children should have never been brought in this situation at all. Whatever beef that's been going on for years, children should have never been brought in this situation. But the thing is, if you come in after whatever you come in after anybody, you better be ready for that energy back. Because some people, you might go after them, they don't do anything to you. But there are somebody else, they're going to match your energy. Sometimes even more than what you did to them. So if you don't want certain stuff, don't do it to other people. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye.